Hello Scorpio, it is time for your December reading. And I've got your cards here. We will be using the Vampyre Tarot Phantasmagoria. And this is kind of an interesting reading because I've already got your cards pulled and you have 6 major arcana cards. And so I'm going to go through the ones that relate to other signs first really quick. We have the Moon, which is Pisces. We have Justice, which is Libra. We have the Hierophant, which is Taurus. And then we have the Star card, which is Aquarius, or the Water Bearer. In this case, because it is the Vampyre Phantasmagoria, she actually has a cup of blood, which is pretty cool. I'm going to go through the reading as it stands first, and then if I'm sensing that it's speaking specifically to situations and people, I will let you know. Starting with the Moon card, there's actually in the background here just a broken down city, which kind of looks like it could have been a tower previously, but she's also holding a sickle in her hand. So it's like this card always reminds me of you reap what you sow, but it's also like you've passed through this wasteland, maybe a tower moment, and coming out on the other side, you reap what you sow. We also have the Ace of Grails, which is a new emotional beginning. And then we have Justice, which is balance. And I feel like there's always a little bit of judgment when it comes with the Justice card as well. We have the 9 of Grails, which kind of also looks like the Lovers, but there is a symbol of Pisces on here as well, and an element. Let me look at my book. The element on here is, oh, where did I put it? I know I wrote it down. Jupiter. Sorry, it's a planet. So Jupiter or tin. With the Moon. So we've got the Moon showing up in 3 different cards. It's, first of all, on the Moon card. It is on the 9 of Grails here in the background, which has the element of tin and the planet Jupiter. And then we have the Priestess, and she's got the Moon in the background as well. So this is definitely shadow side. We also have the Serpent here. And on the Priestess, it's also like she has the emblem on her forehead, which is like the maiden, mother, and crone, I want to say, and a black candle, which is for protection. So maiden, mother, crone is 3, and then she also has 3 arrows in her back. So I would not in her back, but in the quiver on her back. I would look at the number 3 because that's 3-3. This is definitely shadow side. So I'm thinking protection here. But also, since Pisces comes up twice in this, I'm feeling like that's an actual Pisces person's energy, not just and because this is Scorpio, either you've got Pisces really strong in your chart or you are dealing with a Pisces energy. And I feel like here you're dealing with a Pisces energy because we do have the masculine and feminine there. And so that, going back to here, I feel like the person that you're dealing with, the Pisces, is feminine. And the Tower moment, it's like you reap what you sow. So it's almost like you are what this person is reaping. Like maybe they have been through a lot in the past, and now they are there with you. They feel secure with you. It's this new emotional start. Oh, I didn't even see this, but there is the moon again on this card on her arm tattoo. So I'm really feeling like the Pisces is a feminine energy. Oh, and then on the Seven of Knives, wow. So we talked about how the star is the water bearer. She also has a knife in her hand, and it is Aquarius. So this Pisces energy that you're dealing with, this Pisces female, I feel like she's going for the back of... Oh. Y'all, this is getting in deep. She's going for the back of... It's like when someone has like a bullet with your name on it. She's got this dagger with a name on it, and the name is Aquarius. And we have Aquarius here. And it's almost like Aquarius brings some sort of balance to this situation. I'm going to come back to that because there's a lot happening in that card. But I also feel like here, I'm sorry, we're jumping back to the Seven of Knives. She has these dark wings, and there's a mask over her head. It's like this Pisces female, she's reaping what she sowed, which seems to be you, or she feels that it is you, and she doesn't like something about this Aquarius energy that is in your space. And just given the setup, I feel like this is almost a three-party situation. Maybe you're not feeling it that way because you're not in a relationship with either of these energies, but there's justice in this somehow. It's like balanced and measured, or choices. Oh, Scorpio, you're having a hard time choosing between this Pisces and this Aquarius energy. And in a sense, it's like Pisces is bringing in someone who is indecisive right now, who's having a hard time choosing. This is Pisces reaping what they sow in this situation. There's also in the background here a key on the floor and some blood on the floor. So I feel like there's some sort of answer in the past, but she has her back turned to it. And we also have the Taurus energy here, which is interesting because Taurus has a star, a pentagram, and a star. And then there's also a star on the star card. It's on the front of her shirt, her dress. And it's like the Hierophant is the judge. So in this situation, there's some sort of judgment taking place. I mean, the Hierophant is also Taurus. So it could be a Taurus person who's like whispering in Pisces' ear. But they're judging in whatever way that is happening. It's not necessarily a person, but there is some sort of judgment happening from a Taurus energy. And they're almost egging Pisces on, just making Pisces really feel like they have it right in this situation. But I feel like here with the star, Aquarius is it's almost like I feel like there's some sort of transmutation happening right here. It's like she's taking, I keep saying she, I don't know that it's a she. It could be masculine or feminine. It's not clear. But I'm just going to say she for ease of speech. It's like taking energy from one source and giving it to another. I mean, you can see her with the cups here. She's pouring on, there's live flowers here and she's pouring from one cup, and there's dead flowers here and she's pouring from another cup over the dead flowers, and it's blood. And it's like, what is already alive, it will nourish. What is already dead, it's going to kill. We also have the Three of Scepters. There's another symbol here, which is gold on the ship. So the ships are coming in, there's gold, there's something of value on the ship. She's kind of looking away, and this is got an Aries symbol on here, so there is fire energy here. But she is not looking at what is coming in. I just said she because it's a female on the card, but it's not necessarily she. This person is not looking in at what's coming in on the ship. They're not interested in that. And they're actually turning their back to the Sun card, which in this case is very much like the Lovers, but it's like Beauty and the Beast. And there's again a sign of gold on the skull in the background. So it is there's either tangible possessions or an emotional relationship that are the things of value in this context, which the fire energy is turning its back on both and looking towards the stars. So it's like Pisces has this Taurus energy building them up, and the star has this fire energy who is interested in them, and the star isn't necessarily interested in, so Aquarius isn't necessarily interested in the Aries energy. In fact, it seems like not at all. There's so much happening here. So Aquarius is interested in Scorpio, which is you. Pisces is interested in you. Pisces is going for Aquarius's back. Aquarius only has eyes for you. And Aries is interested in Aquarius. Aries is also turning their back on somebody else to pursue Aquarius. So it seems Scorpio that everything hinges on your decision. And I feel like the reason that we have this coming up is because the person who is interested in, okay, now one quick thing before I say that. Aries is not interested in the tangible possessions or the romantic relationship. That says to me, yes, it could be that they have someone who is pursuing them, but it could also be that they need to come into a balanced union within themselves, a balance of masculine and feminine, and they're turning their back on that to pursue someone else. That is why Aquarius is not interested in Aries. How this affects you is that Scorpio, Aries is your friend. There's a lot going on here. But I feel like that's the only reason for it to pull Aries into this, because otherwise it doesn't really matter that Aries is turning their back on somebody else or themselves in order to pursue someone who's actually interested in you. I feel like it's important to be careful in this situation because there's not really a win. I feel like, here's the interesting thing. Justice is what sits over the star. This is how it sits. And you've got these situations on either side. And you don't know what to choose. Either way, it affects somebody's life. But Aquarius is what balances you. That is what's making this decision so hard. But you feel like if you go after Aquarius, yes, if Scorpio goes after Aquarius, which balances them, then Aries is going to be deeply upset, not just with you, but with Aquarius. And Pisces is going to be more upset with Aquarius and do something, I don't mean that they would be physically violent, but they're going to do something to bring harm into that person's life. This is a complicated situation, but I will say protection is very important, and you have that. You cannot make your decisions based off of what other people want. And it is not your decision who Aquarius ends up with. That is their decision, and they've chosen. It's just a matter of if you can be brave and decisive enough to actually go after what you want. Scorpio, I hope this was helpful. I know it was a lot, but definitely hit me if you have any questions. And maybe we can go a bit deeper if you feel like we need more answers. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you next time.